Just as bad as I am.
Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, good evening. Rialto Unified School District, regular meeting of the Board of Education. Agenda, May 10th, 2023, Dr. John Casaluna, Education Center, 182 East Walnut Avenue, Rialto, California. Any individual who requires disability-related accommodation or modification, including auxiliary aids and services, in order to participate in the board meeting should contact the superintendent designee in writing. Gonna call to order at 6:01, open session, and closed session as provided by law. The following items for discussion and consideration at the closed session of the board meeting: public employee discipline, dismissal, release, reassignment of employees, Government Code Section 54957, student expulsion, reinstatement, expulsion enrollment, conference with labor negotiators, agency designated representative, Dr. Avila, superintendent. It's on.
Oh, she said,
Yeah, we have a new mic system. Okay. Rhonda Kramer, lead personnel agent. Roxanne Dominguez, lead personnel agent. Armando Ortega, lead personnel agent, personnel services. Employee organization, California School Employee Association, Chapter 203. CSEA, Rialto Education Association, REA. Communication Workers of America, CWA. Pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9D and/or D3, conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation, significant exposure litigation, number of potential claims 1, conference with legal counsel, existing litigation, paragraph 1 of subdivision D of section 54957.D. Number 2403533 versus Rialto Unified School District, tort claim 22-2204, review of liability claim number 22-23-08. Comments on closed session agenda items. Any person wishing to speak on any items on the closed session agenda will be granted 3 minutes. Do we have any?
We do not.
Okay. Is there a motion?
so moved.
Is there-
Second.
Second. Vote by member. Ms. Dominguez.
Aye.
Mr. Montez.
Aye.
Mr. Martinez.
Aye.
Mrs. O'Kelly.
Aye.
And Ms. Stephanie Lewis. Aye. Time 6:03. Mr. Montez,
Aye.
Mr. Martinez,
Aye.
Mrs. O'Kelly,
Aye.
and Mrs. Lewis. Aye, and the time is 7:28. Tonight we have a special performance from Warner Elementary School, but first, let's have our 5th grader, Zachariah Cabrera, lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Welcome.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much. Now, let's welcome Miss Grace Montech and let her kindergarten dual language stars come on in to celebrate some of their vocabulary they have learned this school year. They'll be singing an Argentina song, The Monster in the Lagoon, and we have a special guest, Congressman City Council Joe Baca Sr. Thank you for being here.
Se empieza a mover seguro, y sin apuro, el monstruo de la laguna empieza a mover la panza para un lado y para el otro, parece una calabaza. Mueve la panza, pero no le alcanza. El monstruo de la laguna empieza a mover las manos para un lado y para el otro, como si fueran gusanos. Mueve las manos, mueve la panza, pero no le alcanza. El monstruo de la laguna empieza a mover los hombros para un lado y para el otro, poniendo cara de asombro. Mueve los hombros, mueve las manos, mueve la panza, pero no le alcanza. El monstruo de la laguna empieza con la cadera para un lado y para el otro, los ojos se van volando. Mueve la cadera, mueve los hombros, mueve las manos, mueve la panza, pero no le alcanza. El monstruo de la laguna empieza a mover los pies para un lado y para el otro, del derecho y del revés. Mueve los pies, mueve la cadera, mueve los hombros, mueve las manos, mueve la panza, pero no le alcanza.
Yo quiero cantar también. ¿Quieren? Dale. No, pero déjame cantar un ratito que todos cantan, yo no puedo cantar.
Pero vos sos baterista.
Ah, y por eso no puedo cantar.
Bueno, a ver, vamos a darle una oportunidad.
Dale, yo te acompaño una vuelta, dale.
El monstruo
De la laguna
se
para con la cabeza,
con las patas para arriba.
Mira que
la cabeza, mueve la cabeza, mueve la cadera, mueve los hombros, mueve las manos, mueve la panza,
Good job. Felicidades. Muy lindo, gracias.
Dígale gracias.
Gracias. Thank you, students. Thank you, Ms. Montez. Principal Tammy Butler. Is Ms. Principal Tammy Butler here? Wave, okay. Assistant Principal Daniel Cervantes for attending tonight's school board meeting. And a special thank you to our Warner All-Star families for your continued support and all of you watching from home. Go Warner Stars! So that was the new head, shoulders, knees, and toes version, huh? I was getting it. Great, great. Okay, so.
Well, Madam President, that was a good part of the meeting.
It's getting better because we're going to report out of closed session.
Thank you, Madam President. The Board of Education denied the request for an unpaid leave of absence for classified employee number 2363533 from May 5th, 2023 through June 8th, 2023. The roll call vote was unanimous. The Board of Education took action to approve an agreement settling tort claim number 22-23-04 in exchange for a full release of all claims. The roll call vote was unanimous. That is all we have.
Okay. Is there a motion to adoption of the agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, vote by student board member, Mr. Stephen Gaitan.
Aye.
Ms. Dominguez.
Aye.
Mr. Montez.
Aye.
Mr. Martinez.
Aye.
Mrs. Nancy O'Kelly.
Aye.
And Ms. Lewis, aye. Presentation, board member Gaitan, would you like to lead us in a middle school district student advisory committee?
Yeah.
And welcome back, we missed you.
Thank you. I missed you guys. All right. First up from Rialto Middle School, we have Nevaeh Reyes.
Good evening, Board President Lewis, esteemed Board of Education, Superintendent Avila, and the members of the listening audience. My name is Nevaeh Reyes, and I am the proud ASB president of Rialto Middle School. In recognition of Teacher Appreciation Week, ASB held one of their final Spirit Weeks of the school year. Our final Spirit Week will be acknowledging Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Last Friday, we honored our school lunch heroes by decorating their workstation and providing thank you cards for our Tigers to acknowledge our hardworking cafeteria staff. We appreciate Miss Diane and her crew for all that they do. They are the best. Our MS students put in their all and showed what they have learned throughout the last 10 months of school during CASP testing. We are so proud of our Tigers with over 90% of completion. Our 8th graders had a blast at the Universal Studios Junior Grad Bash exclusive event last Friday. We got to experience a new Nintendo World until midnight. Thank you to Mrs. Cannon and our hardworking staff that stayed out all night with us. It was a trip we will never forget. We are excited to host our 8th grade barbecue with the support of our wonderful nutrition services. Our students will be feasting on In-N-Out style burgers with all the fixins. This Friday will be our ultimate DJ lunch party. That's right, we'll have music, activities, and raffles for our cast perfect attendance. This is a personal invitation for you to come and show our Tigers how to really do the Cupid Shuffle. Hope to see you there. Our 2022 to 2023 school year has come to an end. This was a great year with lots of educational, fun, and exciting activities. We couldn't have made the year any better without our amazing admin and staff, but most importantly, our incredible ASB director, Ms. Cannon. It has been an honor representing Rialto Middle School as the ASB president for this year. We are the Rialto Middle School Tigers signing off. Remember, always to roar with integrity. Thank you.
Thank you, Nevaeh. Next up from Casara Middle School, we have Melanie Quinones.
Good evening, Board of Education, President Lewis, Superintendent Dr. Avila, and viewing audience. My name is Melanie Quinones, and I am the ASB President at Casara Middle School. For this last month of the school year, our ASB team has been busy planning all the end of the year activities. Last week, we held an assembly to celebrate our third quarter honor roll students. We recognized 159 sixth graders, 136 seventh graders, and 117 eighth graders. We are anticipating our Coyotes finishing the year strong. On Thursday, May 25th in the evening, we will be holding our Coyote Awards to recognize outstanding 8th grade students. On May 22nd, Casera will be hosting Rialto Middle School in an esports tournament. Please join us for the first tournament for middle schools. We also had our spring luau where all grades levels had fun participating in a limbo contest, starting a conga line, ate good food, playing games, and danced the afternoon away. This week, we are celebrating Mental Health Awareness Week. We are hosting a Spirit Week, and students are able to participate in daily lunch activities that support overall wellness and healthy coping strategies. They are writing gratitude cards, making their own stress balls, participating in art wellness, making affirmation stones, and taking a pledge to take care of their mental health. Outstanding PE students were invited to attend a Quakes game to celebrate their hard work throughout the year. Our amazing ASB and yearbook teams are celebrating their hard work and dedication by attending a field trip to Disneyland tomorrow, and we are very excited to commemorate their year. Our 8th grade end of the year activities are underway, as next week we will take our 8th graders to Universal Studios. We are hosting 8th grade formal at Sierra Lakes Golf Club on May 24th, where students will dress up, eat a nice dinner, and enjoy a fun night dressed up dancing with their friends. We're also celebrating our 8th graders' accomplishments at our 8th grade awards night on May 25th. We will be celebrating together at our end of the year barbecue and field day, 8th grade breakfast, and we are very excited to attend promotion as we move forward on our journeys to high school. Thank you. I'm Melanie Keon representing Casera Middle School, and once again, go Coyotes!
Madam President, may I ask for consideration for a presentation that we have from a City Council member, Baca, to our Sharing the Love Foundation for our district? Would it be okay for him to make his presentation right now before we continue?
I believe it's our pleasure unanimously. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much,
And thank you, students, for pausing.
President Lewis, school board members, Dr. Avila. It's my honor to be here this afternoon. And I enjoyed the performance by the kids and the dance, ya quería bailar yo también, But it's an honor to be here on behalf of myself and the City of San Bernardino present a check for $4,000 for Sharing Our Love Foundation. And this is for scholarships for students from Carter High School, Eisenhower High, Rialto High, and Myler Continuation School. And hopefully that this is the beginning, because I'll be serving on the City Council for the next 4 years. So hopefully the next 4 years you get $4,000 each year.
All right. And receive this check. It'll go to help a lot of the students to further their education, and hopefully that they continue to be whatever they want to be, and they continue to reach for the stars, and don't let anyone tell them that they can't reach for those stars. So, okay, I have one more presentation, and this is the real check. This goes to Dr. Avila. I'm sorry. Let's get here, holding that check up. We'll sit over right in the middle. Right in the middle.
Yeah, you can still hold on.
Congratulations, and you guys are doing an outstanding job. Continue to help our students, educate them, continue to give them hope. And Student Body President, thank you very much, as well.
I know.
Yeah. Good to see you.
Con permiso.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Avila. We don't want to keep people waiting who are going to give the district money.
And just for the record, I know he mentioned city of San Bernardino, but it's the city of Rialto.
Yeah.
City of Rialto.
Caught that.
Well, Stephen, take it away.
All right, next up from Jehu Middle School, we have Aaron Irie.
The end of the year is rapidly approaching and we are busier than ever. Last week we were excited to host our first family game night on campus. We had a great time playing Loteria with our JQ families. It was in the NPR from 4:30 to 6:30. We also had a Flocario performance for all to enjoy. The evening was a great success. This week we celebrated our wonderful teachers all week long with Paradise Place posters being on display to make them feel like they are on vacation before their vacation in their dream destination. Saturday, our 8th grade students will head off to Six Flags Magic Mountain for a day of coaster riding with their friends. If Full Throttle is your favorite thing, sneak on the bus. We're leaving JQ at 8 a.m. sharp, so don't forget. Next week, all our scholars will be honored at our honor roll assemblies. We are always excited to see them get their bling. We are also excited to welcome our kindergarten students from our feeder schools to our first ever kinder rally. In their honor to celebrate them and their achievements this year, the first ever kinder rally will be May 16th from 9:30 to 10:30. And should be a lot of fun time for all. Then it's all about celebrating our 8th graders and their time at JQ with an 8th grade breakfast, an 8th grade barbecue. And Wednesday, May 17th, is the 8th grade party in the field from 3:30 to 5:30, with bouncers and a silent disco and other games and activities as well. We are also welcoming the seniors from Rialto High to wish them luck in their future endeavors. Then we wrap up the year with our 8th grade celebration. We want to send our best wishes and good luck in high school to our 8th graders. Enjoy your time as a night, but always remember your Jaguar roots. And with all that, I want to thank Dr. Busiaga, Dr. Busiaga and Dr. Travis for all the knowledge I gained through our DSAC meetings. I am sad to be leaving, but have memories and newly acquired leadership skills to last a lifetime. Thank you all so much for your time and dedication to us and the program. This is Aaron Ayi saying for the first and last time, smile daily, laugh all the time, and have a great evening, everyone.
Thank you, Aaron. Next up from Kolb Middle School, we have Leila Olmedo.
Good evening, Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Avila, President Lewis, and the viewing audience. My name is Leila Meadow, and I'm the proud ASB ambassador of the Mighty Cub Cougars. These final months of school have been busy. Our Innovate Ed team has continued promoting our Word of the Month, where classes have so far focused on the terms interpret and persuade in the months of April and May to prepare for the state testing vocabulary. We finished state testing last week, so now we get to focus on the fun, exciting activities. On April 27th, ASB hosted the Aloha Dance, the last all-school dance of the year. It was so fun seeing everyone in their aloha and floral patterns. Our last dance of the year is only for 8th graders on Friday, May 19th. The theme is Enchanted Forest. We are looking forward to many of the end-of-the-year activities, especially for our 8th graders. On May 5th, 8th graders attended Universal Studios' annual Junior Grand Bash. It was an amazing night going on all the rides with our friends and chaperones. Our 8th graders will also get a barbecue and yearbook signing event. Looking at the 2023 to 2024 school year, the student body has elected their new ASB officers. Our new DSAC representatives will be Ambassador Ana Karen Martinez and President Isabel Cabrera. Congratulations. Thank you for the opportunity to share all the amazing things happening in Cougar Country. For my last report, I would like to take this time to thank DSAC coordinators Dr. Chavez and Dr. Busiaga for giving me the opportunity to grow as a leader through the DSAC program. You have both shown young leaders how to bring out their inner leader, to never be afraid and use your voice. I would not be here if it wasn't for you. Cougars, always loud and proud.
Thank you, Middle School DSAC. That's it.
Do we have it all? Thank you so much. I think we're missing. Next, we will have public comments not on the agenda. At this time, any person wishing to speak on any item not on the agenda will be granted 3 minutes.
We have Cassandra Horton.
And before you start, where's our timekeeper? Thank you. Yes.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Cassandra Horton. I've actually been with this district for a little over 30 years in different aspects of it. I want to talk about a trip that my son went on to visit the different HBCUs on the East Coast. Very exciting for him, and he's a quiet kid. He's a pretty quiet kid, borderline mean. But he was very excited. He was very open. He had seen some experiences and talked to different people on different campuses that he really enjoyed. And I talked to a few of the other kids, and they really enjoyed it as well. I think this is important. These kind of trips are important for our students to see representation of themselves. And also, it gave them an opportunity to look at other colleges that they may not have felt was available to them. And okay, all right, thank you. I'm pretty loud though. Okay. So outside of the state of California, looking at these other colleges, I felt was important. The experience was important. They gained a wealth of information on who to talk to, where to go to for scholarships, and how to apply, and what universities are looking for, their requirements. I hope that this goes on and continues, because I have a daughter who is, even though he's a senior, but my daughter is a sophomore. So she has 2 more years, and I would like her to experience these things as well. This was the most excited that I've seen him in any of his academic career at all. He loved it. One of the things that he said he loved about the experience is that everybody was involved on the campus. Everybody on the campuses, the different campuses that he visited, they were all involved. They all took pride in their schools, something that he hadn't seen before. And he had gone to he visited a couple of colleges, HBCU colleges before, because my older daughter and my older son both graduated in Atlanta, Morehouse and Clark, Atlanta. So he had gone and visited the campuses before, but this was a little bit different. He got to experience what it would be like on those campuses, live a day in that life. And he became very interested in attending school, and he didn't really like school before, but he was just pretty much getting through. His grades were good and everything, and he's involved in sports, and that's why he's not here right now, because he's at basketball practice. But he really enjoyed it, and I really hope that this continues for our other students. I think it's very important.
Thank you.
Yay.
Raquel Fuentes.
Repeat the name. Are they in another room?
Raquel Fuentes.
Good evening. Good evening, board members, superintendent, academic leads, and community members. My name is Raquel Fuentes. I am the president of Levels. First of all, I want to go ahead and say Happy Mother's Day. Feliz Dia de las Madres. Okay. I also want to go ahead and say Happy National School Nurses Day. So thank you for everything that you do. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week. keep on going and going and going. Back in December, my team and I, we presented Levels, a new organization advocating for our Hispanic students and our Hispanic teachers and teachers that work with our Hispanic students. Today, I would like to share with you and our stakeholders all of the things that Levels is doing with our students in the community of Rialto. My team, I have two lovely ladies here who are part of the team. We've been working really hard to build and strengthen Levels. We have attended several community outreach events, such as the Parent Summit. We have attended the Afro-Latinx Festival in the Long Beach Museum of Latin American Arts in Long Beach. Thank you. We went to the West Water District Earth Day event, in which we gave away a couple of beautiful baskets with gardening supplies, and a special thank you to the West Valley Water District for allowing us to be part of the festival to promote environmental awareness. We also participated in the district's literacy and numeracy fair, in which we handed out over 100 books to our children in our community. We will be participating in the City of Rialto Multicultural Festival on May 13th. Please come and support our booth. And I am also proud to announce that we will be awarding recognition medals to 61 students at Eisenhower's Multicultural Mosaic event on May 23rd. And this is for students that have done outstanding in the state test. They scored proficient in both areas of the state test. And we're also going to be participating with the Hispanic Coalition of Small Businesses Raising Voices Community Engagement Conference. And we have a partnership with the Cal State San Bernardino professor. So we will be participating in the District Summer Institute in July. So we have, so we have a full agenda, and we're very happy to say that Levels is a group of Hispanic educators who honor academic excellence. And one of our goals is to raise funds to provide scholarships for students and teachers. So we will be hosting a golf tournament, and the date is to be determined. And we would like to go ahead and invite the community and members to participate in that, so that we can go ahead and make sure that we have funds that would go to help our Latino students succeed. I would like to also congratulate all the teachers who have recently completed the induction program. It is a huge accomplishment, and Levels is very proud of you. We would like to invite you to join our group. We're here to support you and guide you in the amazing and rewarding profession that you are now part of officially. So we're extending an open invitation to all the classified, certificated, and administrative staff to join Levels. Strength is in numbers. And we look forward to seeing you at the next meeting, May 17th.
Thank you.
Thank you. And please be the change you want to see in the world.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ophelia Fitzpatrick.
Good evening, distinguished board members, academic leads, viewing committee, community, and of course, Superintendent Dr. Avila. My name is Ophelia Fitzpatrick. I am at Eisenhower High School, and as you now know, part of Levels. And our mission continues to be to support academic excellence. So I'm here to speak to you as faculty lead of the tutoring program in the Central Region Eisenhower High School. We are from December 5th to May 5th, we have hosted 3,000 students who have come to the tutoring program.
Very good, very good.
The 3,000 plus visits, of course, outnumber the number of students actually on campus. We are seeing students that have and continue to struggle academically, and we have seen such beautiful progress made where we're looking at a population of 100 students daily at our site. And we're looking at these students that will traditionally have trouble in a classroom setting with a teacher that is 36-1. We are there like there's 4 or 5 of us, and we have no disciplinary problems. When we supply or we give our resources, culturally responsive resources to our students, they acknowledge they're being supported. They acknowledge that they're finding the support that they need to be successful. And when we provide that, they will come. So I would like to say that that success would not be possible without the visionary planning and our strategic plan as a school, our continuous improvement plan that comes from, of course, our academic leads, That's Norberto Perez. Of course, the visionary idea to bring in someone with that kind of vision, to put that into place. Dr. Avila, thank you for that. And of course, it comes with support because there is pushback. That support to put those teachers in place that have that commitment, that have that, to see the potential of the student, not as a disciplinary problem, but to see as a future leader, an academic scholar, and they recognize that in themselves, and we have a beautiful environment. I would like to welcome and invite each of you to come and see our site, where we have 100 students coming in and they wait for us. We have a short day, and we're saying, oh, they're not going to be there because it's 30, it's an hour, and they're waiting for us. They're waiting for us and eager to learn, and they stay there 2 hours, sometimes more. We have to push them away. When you see that success, they feel it, they know it's there, they feel the love, and they're there and responsive. So I just want to say thank you so much for our leadership, Dr. Camacho, Dr. Avila, Mr. Perez, and of course our parents that come and bring those students there. So thank you so much. Come over and see us. Thank you.
Griselda Montoya.
Good evening, Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Avila, academic leads, and community. My name is Griselda Montoya. I'm a social science teacher at Eisenhower. I'm here to report about the amazing upcoming events that we're having at Eisenhower with the support of our principal, Dr. Camacho. On May 16, we're going to have the Aquila Awards at 5:30. On May 23rd, we're going to have the first ever Multicultural Mosaic Awards in recognizing academic excellence in categories such as the student reclassification, the State Seal of Illiteracy, the State Seal of Civic Engagement, and students that have been taking the ethnic studies pathways. I'd like to acknowledge Dr. Camacho's commitment towards social justice, in which he is very much student-centered, and he is very much a culturally responsive leader. And we see that in the curriculum, in the pedagogy, and the instructional practices, and his love for the students at Eisenhower. We hope to see you on May 16 at 5:30 for the Aquila Awards, May 23rd at 5:30 for the Multicultural Mosaic Awards. Thank you.
Question. What's Aquila?
It is eagle in
Águila.
Latin. Águila.
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 Okay.
Eagle in Latin.
Let's double check.
Thank you.
And Feliz Dia de las Madres.
May 16?
May 16th.
Thank you.
And then one more thing, and La Voz is also going to be a part of the Mosaic Awards. We've donated the medals for one of the categories in recognizing our students. So if you have time, please join us, as Ms. Fuentes said, for our next La Voz meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Michael Montano.
So it is Aquila with a K?
Yes.
Oh.
In Latin.
Oh. Oh, excuse me.
Aquila.
Aquila.
Good evening, everyone in attendance, viewing audience at home. As we are coming to a close of the 2022-2023 school year, I'd like to give a special thanks to all RUSD classified staff. I'd also like to thank you, Dr. Avila, Angela Brantley, and Dr. Patty Chavez for extending an invitation to be a participant in several committees: the District Standard-Based Grading Committee, the African American Equity Committee, and the District Tiered Support Committee. Unfortunately, some of these meetings overlap with one another or Rialto High's school site council meetings. Being a part of these meetings has helped me see that there is a process to things. However, sometimes the process, in some cases, may take too long for much needed change. I'd also like to thank all of the board for being accessible to parents and staff. And with the ending of this school year, looking on to next, I will say this on behalf of all of us. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jasmine Garcia.
Hi, Dr. Avila and the board. My name is Jasmine. I want to talk about the pharmacy technician program at the adult education. I graduated from Eisenhower High School in 2016. At that time, at Eisenhower, I had took some medical classes that had pushed me forward to continue being in the pharmacy field. And I had took the pharmacy program at the adult education after I had graduated. So after I completed the program, I had got my license as my pharmacy technician license to continue my career. Once I received a state license through the state board, I had went to go apply for jobs, and I got hired right away at CVS Pharmacy. Without that program, I wouldn't have found like a career, because I would still be in debt with like student loans trying to go to college. But with the program, it was a short time, which was good for me because I didn't have a good financial without my parents. I want to thank the program for providing that opportunity to us, and also I will also recommend it for any high school students who is looking for a career pathway that is in high demand. I hope that this program is available for students like me that needed a good career and to be successful in life. And I just want to thank the program for providing programs like this for our generation.
Thank you.
K. Miles Davis.
Good evening, Honorable Board of Education, Dr. Avila and Stephen, Mr. Gatan. So recently I did go on the HBCU tour trip with other schools in Rialto Unified School District. And when I tell you that was the best experience I've ever had my 4 years of high school, being close to people that look like me, people that have the same experiences as me. It was just, it was heartwarming, and it was just like the best. It was the best highlight of my senior year, and I really hope that it keeps coming for the future years under me, like the underclassmen. They seen how much fun I had and how insightful and how the educated part just brought me to make my decision to go to college. And I am going to HBCU for my freshman year next fall, and it was the best. So I do encourage, I really hope that we still do this HBCU tour trip. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you for listening.
Kenneth Thomas.
Good evening, y'all. I would personally like to thank Dr. Piguet, Dr. Balagon, and Dr. Asuza for allowing me to go on the HBCU trip that Miles just got done talking about. If I'm going to be straightforward with y'all, this is the best opportunity I've ever had in my life. Like, seriously. I'm a California kid. Only place I've ever been outside of California is Las Vegas and Lake Havasu. So all I know is the West Coast. So that was like really an eye-opener. I got to see North Carolina, Virginia, Washington. It really opened my eyes to something that, I haven't seen before. I'm just stuck in, the Rialto mindset, if that makes sense. And if you can see by my attire, I'm a very expressive person. So sometimes I'm not best with my words, but I create art. And I made a poem that was inspired by a conversation that I had on the trip with Dr. Piguet. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the term code switching. It's familiar in almost every culture where if you believe that you're in a more business mindset, you speak more proper. And I don't believe that. I don't believe there's a way to speak proper. I believe any way that you speak is the correct way to speak, whether that's a different language or Ebonics. I believe anything is proper. So I wrote this, and I would like to share it with you guys if that's all right. Leave your black at the door. Hang it up like wet clothes. Switch your flow up to glow up and act white when it's right and act black when it's fly. You ain't free till you free yourself. Call the government for help and you'll be on hold forever. The biggest lie they ever told me and you is that we are all equal together. They use the culture behind the scenes, but when we do it, it's obscene. In the 80s, every black teen was a crack fiend, but tell me how black people could afford cocaine. They try to change the black brain and try to make the blackies look insane. Man, they couldn't wait us to put us in chains. Now all the rappers got the big chains and the bling bling, and they all think we gang bang because all black people do the same things. Working hard is stressful, but I'd be doing the ancestors wrong if I wasn't successful. Being black is a handful, but if you think I would change that, you're a damn fool. Being black is so cool, I mean so cool. The music, the fashion, the swag, man, I love being a black man, until I'm treated than less than. Langston Hughes once said, "You told me that Hitler is a mighty bad man. I guess he took lessons from the Ku Klux Klan. We are told that me and you are equal, but that doesn't tell the whole story. We need a sequel. I just want the world to see that we are all people and to treat us that way, and we will seem less evil. But we can rewrite the script, make our own show, give the world a new glow, and it all starts right here in Rialto." Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was amazing.
You went down south because you knew y'all, right? Yes, okay.
Jasmine Washington.
Oops, I was up there. Good evening, Mr. Avila, Kelly, Lewis, Dominguez, Montes, Martinez, anybody else I forgot? I'm sorry, board members. I am Kamiles's mom. So you guys always see Kamiles Davis. I am Kamiles's mom. And I do want to talk about, he went on the HBCU college tour, but I want to back up and I want to talk about going to the UCAN Fair. I want to thank you. I want to thank you all for sponsoring that. There were some little hiccups with it. They didn't have enough time, but from that UCAN Fair, Kamiles was able to receive one college acceptance from the UCAN Fair.
Yeah.
Then we had the HBCU college fair, which was in Los Angeles, and that was in January. Thank you so much for sponsoring that as well. The students were able to go. However, they didn't have a lot of time once they got there, and I think that's something that, you know, we should look into in the future of giving them more time, because I went, Kamiles was able to stay, but Kamiles had received, in the time that the school was there, he had received 7 college acceptances.
Ooh. Wow.
But because he was able to stay for almost the length, the duration of it, he was able to get accepted to 16 total.
Wow.
So in total, he's gotten 21 college acceptances. Now, to put the reality on it, I'm not talking to the board members right now. I'm talking to parents, okay?
I'm listening.
The assignment is for our children to be better than us.
Yes, ma'am.
He understood the assignment.
He sure did.
He understood the assignment. Our babies are understanding the assignment. We just need to be able to get them there. I feel school, you know, kids go to school from preschool, kindergarten, first grade, and we tell them, you could be anything you want to be, you could be anything you want to be. But then it's like after high school, it's like, then what? So I just really appreciate the fact that he was able to step foot on 7 different HBCU campuses. 7 different campuses. And he made his decision. He decided to go to Morgan State. You know, thanks, y'all. He's going to Maryland, you know. But there are a few people that I do want to most definitely thank. Dr. Stephen Begay. Dr. Stephen Pagay is counselor at Rialto High School. Miss Deandra Anderson, she's a math teacher. Let me tell you what she did. Just how I get phone calls from Saida, I was getting emails from Deandra Anderson. Never seen her a day in my life, but when I seen her, I was like, oh, you're the one in my emails. But she was on it. She was telling us about scholarship opportunities.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry I have to cut
It's
you
okay.
off, but
well, Miss Ellen and Dr.
thank you.
Balagon, and just thank you guys, and I hope this continues.
Peter Atwood.
Would it be possible to call my client, Natasha?
I'm sorry, we can barely hear you. We
Could
can
you
barely
speak into
hear
the
you.
mic? Could you speak into the microphone?
Would it be possible for Latarsha to go first
Uh,
before me?
She's next.
Yes,
If that's-
Latasha
if that's your
Salter.
pleasure.
All right, so she'll come. And I'll
Okay.
stand.
Well, if you're in the room, we're sort of pressed for time.
She's in the overflow.
She's in overflow?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind go ahead and starting? Well, okay, here she is.
There she is.
Well, there she is.
Hi. Hi, my name is Latarsha Salter. I have a student that attends Rialto Middle School. There was an incident that happened. I don't know if the board is aware, but I would like to bring it to their attention and the superintendent. My student was denied to use the restroom yesterday and today, and she wasn't allowed to get water. I didn't know that students or children weren't allowed to use the restroom, nor were they allowed to get a drink of water. Also, my student is dealing with mental issues, and she's on medication, and the school at Rialto has not been helpful with my student and has been treating her like, well, these are supposed to be educated people, so I would think they would know how to deal with children that have mental issues and that are on medication, but to this point, I don't think so. And my student rights were broken, her civil rights. I just have never known that a student has to sit in an office and not allowed to use the restroom or get water until the bell rings. That's ridiculous. And something needs to be done about that. And that's not okay, because my student is on the edge of suicide, and that's sad. And if that happens to my student, I'm here to talk on her behalf, because no one else here on the district is fighting for her but me, and I'm her mother. And I'm sad that I'm here to say that after all these good things that people are saying about this district. And that's all I have to say for now. But I appreciate it, and you guys have a wonderful night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And did you leave your number and name? Do we have it on?
It's here.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, as you all probably know, they tried to railroad her through.
Can you go ahead and state your name again? Since
Oh,
you
sure, I'm Peter Atwood.
Okay.
I'm an advocate. I live in Upland, but I work here and there. And I was working for Latarsha. I learned about her and her daughter when they tried to railroad her through an expulsion without having bothered to offer to assess her or anything else like that. Well, we had some things and worked things out, and we signed an agreement, which I'm not sure whether or not you approved it this evening or whether we were talking about something else, but anyway, we signed an agreement, and which was waiting board approval, and it looked like things would be okay. So she went back to the school, and besides the things that she said, they sat her down, for example, and tried to impose various conditions on her related to expulsion when it was gone. Adam Wagner did that, knowing it was wrong. Ricardo Garcia followed up in order to terrorize her, intimidate her, which is definitely wrong. They sat her down and wanted to make her sign a piece of paper. They threatened to suspend her if she didn't sign a piece of paper. When I look in the ed code, I don't see anything in the ed code that says you can suspend a student for refusing to sign a piece of paper. That's not among the things you can suspend a kid for, especially when she's not supposed to sign things except with her mother's consent. Here is, you have grown people who are bullying a 13-year-old kid whose mental health is rather wobbly, and they know that they're doing this in order to terrorize her and bully her. Why is that okay? She wrote to Superintendent Avila about this, and I don't know what's going to happen, but nothing's been done to fix it so far. Garcia just, raised things to a higher level. Wouldn't let her go to lunch unless she signed a piece of paper. It's unlawful to deny kids lunch. 5 CCR 352, look it up. You can't deny a kid lunch. They went ahead and denied her lunch in order to bully her into signing a piece of paper. Why does anybody think that kind of behavior is okay?
Thank you.
Matilde Landon.
Good evening. We are here talking as a collective staff. We're from Simpson Elementary. Do you want to go first? If not, okay.
20.
Is that okay?
If this is a group.
Yes.
Is this one person speaking on behalf of?
No, all of us are speaking, but we're all
Up to
here
20
together.
minutes.
Yeah.
We have
Is that
20
okay?
minutes.
Is 20 minutes good for you guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Please,
you.
please state your grade
Okay,
as well, please.
let's reset. So no.
Yes, 8 of them, 3 minutes with
Yeah.
18.
18. Okay.
Yes, yes. 20.
Okay.
Okay. Is that close enough?
Yes.
Okay, good evening. My name is Deanna Herron, and I'm a third grade teacher at Simpson Elementary, and I've been at Simpson Elementary since I entered the profession 8 years ago. I've always been inspired by and looked up to the teachers that have been at Simpson their entire career. Working with our community for nearly 30 years, these teachers are now teaching the children and grandchildren of their previous students. Just this afternoon, I was at the locksmith on Lilac and Foothill, and the gentleman there had a story to tell me all about his son and his granddaughter all going to Simpson, and they asked if Miss B was still there. It still brings tears to my eyes, remembering a few years ago when Rialto's high school graduates came to Simpson dressed in their caps and gowns and remembered Mrs. Riley, Mr. Wilder, Mrs. Kennedy, Mrs. Bishop, and many more Simpson teachers in their speeches of encouragement to our students. This has been my dream, to be like these teachers, here for our students and families wherever their lives led them. This has made Simpson special to me. This year, our roots are being threatened, our campus at risk of being torn apart. Most of our teachers at our site have been involuntarily reassigned to grade levels they are unfamiliar with. Successful grade level teams have been broken up. These changes come at a crucial time for teachers and students alike, still recovering from impacts of COVID and the challenges of the upcoming standards-based grading, with the standards-based grading fast approaching. As professionals, we know it takes time to become familiar with the new grade level. Ideally, thoughtful grade level changes would include small adjustments, bringing one's strengths to support one another's areas of need. The abundance of reassignments at Simpson have not been justified with sound reasoning or input from the impacted staff. Our requests for reasoning for justification have fallen on deaf ears. Further concerns about administrator conduct in regard to fair evaluations, retaliatory acts, poor communication, and improper handling of basic and common procedures have created a campus climate of division, chaos, and distress. The fears and heartache on our campus have had a detrimental impact on our health and our mental stamina. No, Simpson is not happy. And we have been happy. We've been like a family, and we hope to revive the spirit. I want to thank you for sending the investigator to our site to meet and hear our concerns. And please, we are asking for your support in keeping our campus a place of encouragement and stability for our students, our staff, and for our community.
Can we switch that back to 3 minutes so each speaker gets?
He sort of timed it.
No, Dr. Avila said they get 3 minutes each.
They do, but it
We have a collective of 20.
We already did.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm here. My name is Matilde Landin. I'm a third grade teacher at Simpson, and I'm here speaking for one of my colleagues who would like to remain anonymous. I have worked in the district over 20 years and thoroughly enjoy working with and supporting my students and families. I have also seen many changes over the course of the years. This year is very different from previous years. I am not one to complain. However, I do feel it is time to express my feelings. I have thought about writing this for a long time now. The overall atmosphere at Simpson is not positive. I, as many others, feel on edge and anxious the majority of the time. Many of us do not enjoy coming into work as it's not a happy environment anymore. This is not because of the students. Some teachers have even gone to the doctors and emergency room as a result of the stress and anxiety. As professionals, we are doing our job. Simpson has always been a high-performing school in our district. Our staff always has high expectations for students and help them in multiple ways to become successful. Since the new administration has taken over this year, we feel as if our professional skills have been questioned and deemed inadequate. We spend the majority of our day here, and to feel this way every day is not okay. Many of our staff members are like family, and when one hurts, we all hurt. While I have not been directly attacked, many teachers that I have worked with for several years have been. I feel like I have to watch what I say, or I may be the next on the hit list. I feel like I need to make my frustration and concerns heard. This shift in staff morale started shortly after the beginning of this new school year and with the change in administration. Simpson is hurting and we need your help.
Thank you. Next.
Good evening to the board, Dr. Avila, and to the lead agents. My name is Tia Wilder, and I've been a second grade teacher for 28 years at Simpson. I want to sincerely thank the district for holding an investigation into the issues that are happening at my school. This school is my second home. The teachers and staff have been a second. I'm so sorry. A second family all these years. Thank you. I have worked with 6 principals during my career at Simpson. I have been lucky enough to work with the first principal of Simpson, Howard Williams. Howard would be rolling over in his grave right now, knowing what is happening at his school. I have also worked with Melba Olson, Deidre Marshall, Connie Richardson, and Christina Hernandez. They were inspiring leaders and appreciated our ideas and thoughts. They believed in keeping teachers in their areas of expertise and training. Raw data shows our school has the highest test scores in the district, and our third grade testing team received the highest scores for third grade in the district. However, for next school year, our K through 3 grade level teams have been torn apart. And teachers were involuntarily reassigned to unknown grade levels by new administration. I personally was involuntarily reassigned to kindergarten. I have no training in kindergarten, no expertise. And I don't feel that I'm that special person that a kindergarten teacher needs to be. Our kinder teachers are our special teachers. All of our grade level requests were not honored. Many teachers at Simpson have been facing difficult times at work. We do not feel respected, and some teachers have faced unjust retaliation. We face the involuntary reassignments of 16 teachers at our site. Teachers have been involuntarily reassigned to unknown grade levels. Our strong teams were torn apart for no purposeful reason. Please allow me to quickly share some research about how ineffective involuntary reassignments are to student success. According to the National Council for Teacher Quality, current research states that grade switching has a negative impact on student learning that can be measured 2 years out. Teachers who are new to a grade level are 20% less effective in that new grade level, even if they're veteran teachers. One study showed that second graders assigned to a teacher from another grade experience the equivalent of about 42 to 50 days less learning. That's more than 2 months. The most vulnerable students are usually placed in switch teachers' classrooms. Involuntary reassignments are considered ineffective and are a detriment to student success. Please consider our pleas. Please, we are asking you for your support. And anyone who is interested, I do have copies of the research that I'm talking about. I don't know
If you could
anyone
leave
would
it
care
with
for
the
that.
security, thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, board members. I'm going to try and make this as fast as I can. Dr. Avila, district members, and parents, community. I would like to thank you for taking the time to allow me to speak. I would also like to thank the board for sanctioning the ongoing investigation. I have been a kindergarten teacher here at Simpson for 30 years and partnered with Lynette Zelaya for 25 years in kindergarten, with only 1 year left to retire. 1. And I'm being involuntarily transferred to first grade. No training, nothing. Where am I? We've worked with the 6 administrations, and we've never, ever had the inconsistent environment that currently exists. The current mood at Simpson Elementary has changed in various ways. The recent We Honor Our Own banquet was an example of that change. Our admin never acknowledged any of the teachers who were celebrated for the years of service at Simpson and have contributed to its success. My legacy at Simpson speaks for itself. Simpson staff, Ms. Landine, and other teachers, parents, and their children have requested me as a teacher throughout the years. Moreover, I have mentored and nurtured countless educators who have went to make an impact at our district. And in closing, it's a trickle-down effect. Unhappy teachers make unhappy students, which makes an unhappy community. I would love to stay in kindergarten and finish my career doing what I love. We are asking for your support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Matthew Wilder. I've been a teacher for 30 years, 25 in Rialto, and the past 18 years at Simpson Elementary School, where I currently teach 3rd grade. I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak, and thank you for the ongoing investigation to address our concerns and issues at our school site. It's deeply appreciated. Thank you very much. Working at Simpson the past 18 years has been the highlight of my professional career. I've been granted the privilege, of being a part of a wonderful Rialto community. In the past 18 years, our Simpson community has met all challenges with compassion, warmth, camaraderie, and empathy for parents, staff, and most importantly, the students. It's a special school, it is a family, and it's been an honor to work there. I was born into education. My parents, my grandparents, great-grandparents were teachers and principals going back generations. Most all family friends are educators, even a couple superintendents in there. When education is in your bones, you know when things are right. And you know in your bones when something is wrong. For the past year, something has been wrong. Fear of retaliation, anxiety over reputations and careers damaged, or worse. Confusion, uncertainty over everyday operations, and chronic daily attempts to determine what is true and what isn't. And fear and anxiety over asking the most basic of questions to clarify this confusion. And a relentless feeling the entire time, this feels wrong. I am now one of 16 teachers abruptly reassigned grade levels this year. No explanation. After 30 years, I am teaching first grade for the first time ever. I am one of 5 teachers placed in first grade. There are 4 classes in first grade. No explanation. We are asking for clarification. We are asking for these decisions to make some kind of sense. We are asking for your support. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sarah Simmons. I'm kindergarten teacher at Simpson. I'm also being reassigned. However, I was asked to read a letter from one of my colleagues who cannot be here tonight. Good evening, my name is Melissa Ramirez. I have been teaching within the district a little over 20 years, and I have been at Simpson for 11 years. I would like to begin by thanking the district for beginning an investigation regarding our administrator. I was hoping to be present at this board meeting and read this myself, but unfortunately I was in a car accident with my daughter this morning. I love working at Simpson, and my 3rd grade team is wonderful. We plan and work really well together. Our 3rd grade team test scores have proven to be 1st or 2nd in math and ELA out of all the 19 elementary schools in Rialto, according to last year's state test scores. This is why it does not make sense for our admin to involuntarily reassign our entire 3rd grade team to teach other grade levels, which some of us have never taught before. The current 1st grade teachers that our admin is moving up to 3rd grade have never taught 3rd grade before, or have never given or prepared students for the state test. 16 out of 28 teachers at Simpson are being involuntarily reassigned, and mostly in the primary grades. I feel this will be setting Simpson up for a failure, and our test scores will decline drastically. This will not be beneficial for the teachers, the school, and especially the students. The culture of the school has also changed drastically this year. Some teachers have been afraid of retaliation from our admin, have had panic attacks, anxiety, and the attendance of teachers coming into work has been the worst ever this school year. I have never seen teachers upset and in tears as much as I have this school year. I am used to seeing a happy staff that's not divided. I usually only take 1 to 2 days off a year, but due to stress and feeling very uncomfortable at work, I have taken off a lot more days this year than in the 20 years prior. I have worked under many administrations over the past 20 years. Of course, none of them are perfect, but I have always trusted them, gone to them for help or support if needed, and felt excited and happy to come to work every day. This school year, I have not been able to do this. I have learned a very difficult, I have learned a very efficient leadership skills from administrators such as Robin McIver Brown, Monte Stewart, Patricia Haney, Solomon Barber, Christina Hernandez, and Connie Richardson. This year, with our new admin, it has been the complete opposite. Rialto Unified has some amazing leaders with wonderful leadership skills, but I feel under the direction of our current admin at Simpson, we are doing a great disservice to our students, staff, and parents. It is very difficult to teach when I feel that my admin isn't going to support me or tell me the truth regarding my parents, students, or other situations at Simpson. It is also difficult to teach when you don't feel safe at school, and for the past 11 years, I've always felt safe at Simpson until this school year. Simpson's new admin needs to be reevaluated before the next school year. I know we appreciate your continued support. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
That is all we have.
Okay, thank you. Next, we have public comments on the agenda. Any person wishing to speak on any items on the agenda will be granted 3 minutes.
We do not have any.
Okay. Next, we'll have comments from the Association Executive Board Member, REA, Rialto Education Association.
Good evening, Board and Superintendent. Before I get to my prepared remarks, I just want to say what an amazing group of teachers we have at Simpson Elementary, and I want you to know what it takes to get teachers to come out here and speak. They showed a lot of courage tonight to do that. They shared with you, I think, very honestly about the issues that they're facing, and you know the fact that they have these high test scores, right, and yet they're being moved to other grade levels tells us that there's something that needs to be looked at. And thank you, as they said, for bringing an investigator in to look into it. I hope, though, that a decision is made soon so that these teachers can have some peace of mind and that we can reestablish a sense of normalcy at this school and treat people with respect and decency. Today is Teacher Appreciation Day, and I love the teachers in Rialto. In my new job as union president, I see them working very hard, often under very difficult circumstances, and they share their troubles with me. I try to convey those experiences to all of you here, and the job of a teacher has become harder and harder in this past decade. We're being asked to do more and more with little consideration for the toll that it is taking on us. And I've spoken here at this podium many times about the violence in our schools, and teachers have actually shown me the cuts, the bruises, and the scratches they've endured from out-of-control students. I hear about how teachers are cussed out, even at the elementary school level, when kids refuse to follow basic requests. Classrooms today often feel like battlegrounds, and our teachers are experiencing a unique version of PTSD. So here we are today celebrating Teacher Appreciation again. And I'm at a loss to express to you anything except for frustration. Yes, thank you for the emails that tell us how much you value us. Thank you to the administrators who bought lunch for their students, for their staff, excuse me. Thank you for those who went above and beyond to truly celebrate our amazing teachers. Today is the actual day of the teacher. And sadly, I was informed earlier that a horrible insult was delivered to our REA negotiations team. Today, of all days. We've just begun the negotiations process. I'm not in the room. I'm not on the negotiations team. We have a very talented team that does that for us. But I was shocked to hear that the district decided that today was the day that they were going to deliver a lowball counteroffer. When I started teaching in Rialto 23 years ago, we were always in the top 3 districts in our region for pay and benefits. Last year, after we settled our contract, we were at number 8 of about 20 comparable school districts, the surrounding school districts. Today, we're at 14th out of 20. Our teachers deserve better than an insulting lowball offer on the day of the teacher. We all saw what happened last year. Rialto settled our contract early before the state budget was finalized. The state then added billions of dollars to the education budget after we had settled. And districts around us that waited to settle ended up getting double-digit settlements. Our members know that Rialto, our district, got the money from the state, just like all those other districts did. We expect to see that money in this year's settlement, which is why today's lowball offer was so offensive. You already got the money. When I took office 3 months ago, I said I was not going to come up here and bang on the podium and scream at you, but tonight I'm about as close to that level of anger that I've ever been. What restrains me is the hope that our school board was unaware of these juvenile tactics. What restrains me is that I know the truth of education. The classroom teacher is the biggest and most important factor in improving education. You cannot get good results if you do not build up and respect the teachers in this district. The last board meeting, I shared with you that many feel the culture in Rialto has turned toxic. How can we fix it? It starts with honesty. It starts with changing the culture, which means that you need to retreat from the top-down micromanaging culture that has begun to set in. We have almost 1,300 teachers that are ready and willing to participate in an honest dialogue. We are the classroom experts. One issue that I've spoken about many times is standards-based grading. My union is seeking to find out how my members feel about this issue. We've put several surveys out to our members, and they're still working on them, but the early data is in. And when they were asked if their voice was valued in the process and if the process was inclusive, only 10% said yes, that their voice was valued and it was inclusive. 71% of our teachers so far have said no, not inclusive, not valued. 19% were non-committal. What do my members want for Teacher Appreciation Day? They want to be treated with respect. They don't want to be given lowball counter offers. They want to be paid for the work that we do.
Thank you
and we
so
want to
much.
stop the downward spiral.
Thank you.
We want to be included in all discussions.
Mr. Brinkler, thank you. Thank you so much. Next we'll have California School Employee Association, CSEA.
Good evening, Rialto Unified Family. I'm Chris Cordasco, Chapter President for Rialto Chapter 203. And I just want to say that tonight we stand with REA, and we hope this board takes what they're saying very seriously. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll have Communication Workers of America, CWA.
And good evening, everyone. And we also stand with REA and hope that all those issues will be resolved. And we hope you will have a good rest of the school year. Thank you.
Thank you. And then we have Rialto School Managers Association, RSMA. Okay. Comments from student board member?
Thank you. In honor of Mother's Day in Mexico, which is today, I'd like to say Feliz Dia de las Madres. Mom, I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for me over these past years. You truly are the best person in my life. To all the moms out there, children, please thank your mom today or Sunday, National Mother's Day. You know, make sure they feel extra special these 2 days. As some of you may know, today was the last presentation from middle school DSAC students. So I'd like to congratulate those for giving all their hard work. A huge round of applause for them. Specifically, I'd like to congratulate Jonathan Aguirre, Leila Olmedo, Melanie Vea Bays, Brandon Dominguez, Aaron Irie, Jocelyn Dueñez, Melanie Quinones, Desiree Escoreno, Nevaeh Reyes, and Juan Silva. Thank you guys for your hard work. We all appreciate it. Also, in honor of AP Testing Week, which started last week, I'd like to congratulate high schoolers. You know, all your hard work from the entire school year is being put and shown in these exams. So be proud of yourself for making it this far. I surely am proud of you all. And that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. Comments from our Superintendent, Dr. Otto?
Just briefly, I just want to thank Mrs. Grace Manji, teacher from Warner Elementary School, and her amazing kids who performed the Argentinian song El Monstruo de la Laguna. It was very entertaining. And also just want to thank each of the middle school DSAC reps for a great year representing their schools and showing us everything that's great happening on their campuses. I do look forward to seeing them, if not all of them, representing their high schools. I do appreciate seeing them grow from middle school to the high school. Santiago, our ASB president from Eisenhower High School, I remember when he was a very shy, very inhibited young man at Frisbee Middle School, but was still participating. But now seeing the young man that he has become and the very promising adult that he has become, thanks to, in part, to DSAC, and knowing that DSAC does have an amazing impact on kids. I just wish that every kid in Rialto had the opportunity to represent their schools and for us to witness how great these kids are at speaking in public. Because that's something that I struggled with growing up, didn't have that opportunity, was always shy embarrassed to speak in public. But seeing these kids just stand there and able to communicate in such an eloquent manner is very, very inspiring to me. And it's been mentioned this week, Teacher Appreciation Week. Tuesday was Teacher Appreciation Day, and in California, Day of the Teacher, National Nurses Day. I also want to just thank all of the teachers, or congratulate them, all of the teachers that participated in our district's induction ceremonies last week. It is, again, very inspiring to see the volume of teachers completing their 2-year program and showing their commitment to our kids, our community here in Rialto, and knowing the greatness that's going to come from such commitment. Also want to congratulate a couple of individuals from our district who have been recognized in the past couple of weeks, starting with student Kayla Bodan, a senior at Eisenhower High School, who was the recipient of 2 scholarships. She was one of more than a dozen students who earned a scholarship at the Association of California School Administrators Region 12 Spring Celebration. She was also one of more than a dozen students to earn a $1,000 scholarship at the IE Black Graduation Recognition Ceremony. Congrats to Kyla. And also Dr. Rio MacGyver Gibbs, who was the recipient of the Excellence in Education Student Alumni Award from the San Bernardino County School Boards Association and the San Bernardino County Superintendent of Schools. Dr. Manny Burciaga earned the Central Office Administrator of the Year from AXA Region 12. Dr. Kyla Griffin, Myler High School Principal, was selected as the Administrator of the Year. And Mr. Edwin Carranza, Clerk Typist 2, Myler High School, was named Classified Employee of the Year, both he and Dr. Griffin, by the California Continuation Education Association. And just this past weekend, Angela Brantley, Lead Student Services Agent, was named Educator of the Year by the National Black Grads and honored during the IE Black Graduate Recognition Ceremony. So congratulations to all of them. Also, congratulations to the Frisbee Middle School staff in their recent grand opening of their esports lab. Some of us were there. The excitement is in the air, and the kids are just in love with that particular option that they have now as part of their curriculum, and some are looking forward to continuing their participation in esports in high school and beyond. Also, Morris Elementary School recently broke ground on their Environmental Literacy Academy, and Myers Elementary this past week had its ground-breaking ceremony, making Myers a STEAM Academy, and again, the excitement of the kids participating in all those activities that previously were not necessarily available to them. And congrats to the 550 students who were honored at the reclassification ceremony. These students, who come from all grade levels across RUSD, have moved from English learner status to fluent English proficient, and we're looking forward to their continued success in the years to come. I also had the opportunity to visit Maria Navas, Miss Maria Navas' class, first grade class at Dollar Elementary School, and had the opportunity to interact and hear from her. Very vocal first graders, but very exciting opportunity for me to learn so much from them. And then today had the opportunity to participate in Alianza Latina's Dia de las Madres event that they put together for over 100 mothers who showed up. And so happy Mother's Day to those who celebrate Mother's Day today, and happy Mother's Day Sunday for those that celebrate it again on Sunday or only on Sundays. And that's all I have.
Yeah, thank you. Ms. Dominguez?
Thank you, President. First of all, happy Teachers Appreciation Week. So you guys are amazing. Second of all, happy Nurses Week. Stephanie, happy Nurses Week. And also happy school nurse. You know, without nurses call the shots, you know. Also, happy Mother's Day to all of our mothers here that celebrate today in Latin America. You know, thank you for being here. You know, what fun it is to be at a board meeting instead of being at home and getting flowers and chocolates and gifts and all that. But thank you so much for being here with us tonight. I would like to share that me and President Lewis were able to go to a conference in Washington, D.C. and advocate for our It's called Coast to Coast through the California School Board Association, and we were able to advocate for our district. We advocated for early education, professional development for teachers, and support for EL students, and also Mrs. Lewis tried getting some more funding for our school as well, our district as well. I would also like to congratulate our elementary schools for their branding of Myers Elementary, which is now a STEAM Academy, and Morris Elementary, which is the Environmental Literacy Academy. And I hope Mr. Vasta keeps his socks and shoes on. But Mr. Vasta is amazing. Congratulations to all of our valedictorians and salutatorians in our high schools. You guys deserve your positions, and I wish you well for in college, and you guys will do great, and to all of our oncoming graduates as well. Also, congratulations to all of the recipients and of the award honorees at the Honor Your Own event. You guys are awesome, classified teachers. You guys deserve everything, and without you guys, we wouldn't have a district. Without teachers, our teachers are amazing. Our teachers are amazing. I always tell everybody, I can save a life, but I can't teach a child. And I learned that through the pandemic, because I was a teacher, I was a bilingual aide, and I was everything. But I can save a life, but I can't teach. And I would like to share that this is a gift that was given to me today by my son from Senor Agosto's class. So thank you, Mr. Senor Agosto, for my beautiful gift. But that's all I have tonight. And again, thank you and happy appreciation, Teachers Appreciation and Nurses Appreciation Week. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Montes, Board Member Montes.
Thank you, Board President Ms. Lewis. I just want to piggyback on all of the congratulating tonight. I think I feel like a broken record when we go down the road, row by row, and everyone's saying the same thing. But truly, congratulations to everybody that's been recognized tonight on your accomplishments. I want to thank Dr. Chavez and Dr. Burciaga for doing really well. Continuing the DSAC program. I do believe Ms. Saida Joffrey is owed a lot of thanks for running the program for so many years and doing such an awesome job with it. And thank you, Dr. Chavez and Dr. Borciaga, for continuing the good work and really touching the lives of the students, like the young girl who came up to the podium who said, she owes a lot of her being here today for you guys. So thank you for making that difference. In regards to the historically black colleges and universities, the college fair, the tour trip, I think it's crucial that the board and the district continue to support these programs, continue to support these types of activities for our students who don't always have the opportunity to take these types of tours of different colleges and learn a little bit about college life and meet with people and speak with people that have gone to colleges that they can connect with a little more. Kudos to all of the people involved with making that possible, and as far as I'm concerned, I believe our superintendent and this board will continue to support such programs. I want to also thank the teachers who came from La Voz. La Voz means the voice. So they've been coming, a few times now, and I can imagine they're going to continue to come. So I think that's pretty cool that they come and share updates and share things that they're doing really to help our students and the community. I want to also just thank the teachers who came here tonight, the group of teachers who came here tonight from Simpson Elementary. I know it takes a lot of courage and a lot of braveness to sometimes come to a public board meeting as an employee, as a staff member, whether you're certificated, whether you're classified, as a teacher. it's not common for employees to come to the podium and address the school board. It's not common for staff members to come and share their concerns or their or give a petition to the board or to the superintendent at a public board meeting. But for the few that do find the braveness and the courage in themselves to come and speak up, I commend them. Many people over the years have been brave enough to do so, and but the vast majority of concerns and comments, complaints are not always brought to public light. People can email, people can phone call, people can, write, but it's not the same when someone comes and personally speaks to you, especially in public. So my heart goes out to them. We hope that there can be resolution. We hope that we can find common ground. We believe in the leadership of the district, and hopefully the leadership of the school sites can work with our staff members, especially our esteemed teachers, to find common ground and find resolve. Being Teachers Appreciation Week and Teachers Appreciation Day, in regards to Mr. Brinker's comments, and he's absolutely correct, the school board does not in any way involve itself with negotiations. But at the end of the day, when all is done and said, we approve whatever final agreements are made between union representatives and district representatives. And all I can say is that we do value our teachers, we do value our classified staff, we do value our employees, and we want what's best for everyone. We do always want to keep in mind financial solvency. We've seen it happen in other districts. Luckily, we have great people here in our finance department and our business services who do a good job of keeping the operations of the district and the expenditures afloat. But at the same time, if the money is available, we need to put our money where our mouth is and do what's right. So all I would like to say in regards to that is we do care about our people and we do want what's best for them, and we hope that we hope that positive things can come forward without saying too much or violating any contractual agreements. But I think we all care and we all want to do what's right. The other thing I wanted to say is Feliz Dia de las Madres. Happy Mother's Day. What luck and how blessed are the mothers who get to celebrate two Mother's Days. And really, mothers should be celebrated even more often, right?
It should be Mother's Month.
I agree. At least once a month.
But I do want to plead to the, I also want to make a plea to the board and to the district. Let's pay better attention to the calendar when we approve it next time around, because we don't want to take away any special moments for any mothers who celebrate any Mother's Day, right? So that was our bad last time. We approved it, so we should have took a better look at that calendar. And again, thank you for everybody and everything you guys have said, and hopefully we can find resolve soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Board Member Martinez?
Thank you, President Lewis. I totally agree with everything, and I don't want to rehash it. So, as I've said before, ditto we'll have to do. In listening tonight, one comment from REA, high test scores. You look at it one way, yes. You look at the way Sacramento and Washington look at it, no. So it reminded me of something that continues to recur to me, a thought. I believe our test scores are higher if we could get an unweighted actual number. By that I'm saying students who've gone from K through whatever grade they're in will have I believe, will have a higher score than someone who doesn't speak the language, is new to the country, and hits us in third grade. That's a weighted score. So, Dr. Avila, is there any way, I know the state doesn't ask for it, but could you look to find out if we could get an unweighted score? Meaning someone who's been with us for a long period of time, gone through the numeracy and the literacy that we offer versus those who are just new to us. They may not even be new to the country. They may have come from New York. But
no, we can disaggregate it and factor in or factor out a lot of variables to really isolate those kids that have consistently been with us and meet certain criteria to see how those scores are.
Because that would give us a true
metric.
Yeah, something that we could really be proud of.
Yeah.
Because then we could go to the state and say, we want to get paid on this. Okay. Let's see. Of course, I do continue appreciating everyone and thanking everyone for all their hard work. Teachers, classifieds, substitutes, today especially moms, and on Sunday moms, as I shared with the board, is just bantering back and forth before my comments. Moms really need to be appreciated every day, and probably at minimum every weekend. Yeah, so that's just me, my thoughts. I lost my mom in 2015, so I'm appreciating her a little more nowadays. Let's see, we do have a webinar available to us on on the May revised. I'm waiting to see what K-12 schools are actually going to get. My last report was I expected, and this was from Jack O'Connell, who spoke with a group, and they said they would be arguing over 8%. Just today I heard we're looking at 6%. Maybe less. So, okay. So now, you know, I think of that and I'm going, okay, what happens at home in my reality when I look at bills and a 6% increase? It's not going to make it, and everyone knows that. But to stay solvent, we have to stay at about 85% staffing formula to paying that. So I'm not negotiating, and I don't want to, but I do want to say that I'd like to keep everyone working. I don't want to lose anyone because of money, whether they choose to leave or whether we can't afford them. I don't want that to be on the table at all. I want everybody to stay working, but that's always been my belief ever since I was CSEA for, well, 35 years, 37 years now back. And that has not changed. So whatever it is, we have to work together. And that doesn't mean we're going to feel good about it, but we want to feel the best we can. Take care of our people if we can. And as other board members have stated, when we can. That's when the rubber meets the road. All right.
Thank you. Vice President Ms. O'Kelly.
Yes, well, I want to say a great big ditto to all the congratulations and everything tonight. I don't want to go through them all again, but I wanted to bring up a couple things that I didn't hear earlier. I want to thank our City Council member, Joe Baca, and the entire Rialto City Council for establishing scholarship funding for each of our 4 high schools. I think that's great, and it's going to continue every year. So thank you very much, Mr. Baco. I also want to add that I loved hearing the presentation by the teachers who are part of the Levels organization or the program, whatever it is, which is absolutely sounds fabulous. And I want to thank you for your dedication to the success of our students. And the other one was I really appreciated hearing the positive feedback from the students who went on the HBCU tour. They seem to truly love that and have an awesome experience, and I think that's wonderful. And we will continue doing that every year. And we've already been doing it for several years. So that's good that we're getting more and more kids interested. And I also want to say a thank you to teachers who came tonight to express their concerns from Simpson. And we are certainly going to hope that things improve over there. And I think that's about it, other than happy Teacher Week. And to everybody, we love our teachers, truly love them. And, you know, teachers are the heart of education. Without teachers, what do you have? So I hope they have a good week, and it's a day and a week. And then the Happy Nurses Day to our nurses, because we have a couple of those too. So happy Mother's Day to everybody. Thank you.
And I just want to say that May is National Foster Care Awareness Month. And, you know, on days like this, it's very sad for a lot of children who don't have mother in place. And I really feel a great honor for the women and men who step in line. And a lot of times that's that teacher who is that mentor. That's that person at church or the neighbor who brings that love to that child. That's that foster parent, or that's another child themselves. I've been privileged to work with undocumented children who had to cross the border with another sibling, and they became a mother at age 10 and 8 and 14. And I get a call, it's not from one country, I get a call each month from all over the world of these children. If they have to make the sacrifice, they always want the young ones to have a better life. So education is the key. It's something that they have to learn. And teacher lives in their hearts that they touch. So when we're thinking of our foster children, don't assume that they know something. A lot of times it's that teacher that teach them how to tie a tie. It's that secretary to give them a corsage. It's the school nurse to tell them how to put the eyeliner on. So, you know, this is something that we, you know, mothers, we know we're all a mother whether we birth a child or not. It's something that if we have that compassion.
Right.
It's also Asian Pacific American Heritage Month in April. And I don't know about these two Mother's Day, but Mr. Montez, I guess, going to take me out with his wife tonight so I can learn what this Mother's Day is about. Just joking. But I celebrate everybody's holiday, so I have to say, honey, it's a new holiday tonight. Let's celebrate. But as nursing a nursing profession, I was thrilled at some of the schools where they decided that they were going into the profession as nurses and pharmacy techs, and we have been working with the adult education to get internship hours at Arrowhead Regional Medical Center.
Great.
In addition to Dr. Juanita Chan is working with the California School of Medical Science for our students, and just exposing them to all types of healthcare opportunities. You know, healthcare is the first STEM. Y'all try to leave us out, but we're the first one.
Right.
But, you know, it takes all of us working together to make a difference.
And the district literacy under the big top was off the chain. I had so much fun. It was just the way to, I think was it the accounting office that you had to add to get your toy? And the math numbers, and I was like, oh my goodness, I was standing in line, and I had to skip that line, you know? I went over there to a food booth. But it's just, learning can be so much fun. And, you know, it was just so thrilling. The No Kid Hungry Roundtable that we were able to participate in, they were thrilled, talking about the nutritional value and the brain food and the cooking from scratch. And I'm not sure when they'll be aired, but we were able to help participate on our part, and then seeing Casera. And, you know, what can I say? HBCU, I looked, y'all missed the southern route. No schools in Alabama, but I heard someone say y'all, so he was close enough. But as I look at all these high school football trips and Carter and all these, if they're near a college campus, we need to include a college for all these, you know, all these outings that we're going to approve. These are on college campus. We have local. So we need to make sure that we be inclusive. If you're going to be there for a football tournament, stay an extra 3 or 4 hours to tour the school. It's just sort of thinking outside the box and making sure that everyone have the exposure. Also, when I was in D.C. with Mrs. Dominguez, you know, we sort of split up, and I went to the Department of Education in search of money. And I found it. And there's a lot, they are begging us to apply for some of these grant fundings, to buddy up with some of these larger districts so we can get the formula to go to our state. And our superintendent, you know, I gave him all information to go to the state with these formula types of grants, June, July, some are refunding. You know, we have to be players, and our lead agent are the ones who are the players. He asked us, he said, do we have grant writers? I said, I'm sure we do. And if we don't, we will. But just speaking with our fiscal agency and our superintendent, he was excited. He knows about a lot of these plans. The budget was being from the federal level. They were happy. They are tired of the same schools getting awarded all the funding. And it's not because they want to give it to the same school, but they have it down to a science. And they were really excited about the programs. I sent them all the videos of different programs. He said, you know, you qualify for a lot more funding and earmarks. So I hope that will help with, you know, looking forward as our COVID funding is dwindling, and we always need to look forward. Also, scholarship, part of our role is to, you know, get more scholarships and talk about our tutoring program. I was able to visit Frisbee after school tutoring program. And, you know, as board members, we all split up and going to try to go to these city councils and talk more about our tutoring. And what happened is it gets the community excited, you know, and people, we have a foundation, we have a scholarship, and they want to contribute and they want to be a part. You know, you can't take it with you. Mm-hmm. And education is something that people feel strongly about. And, you know, that's something that we're going to, my first one will be at the superintendent, the San Bernardino County office, that I'll be presenting with who's ever been assigned to go with me on May 24th to talk about our great tutoring program and what we have at Rialto. So with that, we're going to turn this over to our administrative assistants. Did we say congratulations? We don't want to miss out for their week and their service. And we have the excellent teams, and don't want to miss out on anyone
Martha.
there.
No, I called Tina too.
So go ahead, Martha.
Wonderful, Martha
let's take
and
this
Tina.
away.
Okay, we're going to start with public hearing. We have 2 items on public information. It's the third quarter Williams Uniform Complaint Report, which can be found on page 28. And then the third quarter Williams Report, January through March for fiscal year 22-23, can be found on page 29. Then we'll move on to consent calendar items. All items in the consent calendar will be acted upon in one motion unless pulled by Board of Education members or the superintendent for individual action.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second. Question? I have a question. I think all these programs are great, but I didn't want to assume that our students that need accommodation, are they included in some of these field trips and these outings? It doesn't state clearly. So I just didn't want to assume, we're approving a lot of these reptile things and all these end of the...
A lot of them are by grade level at a school. So
Right,
that would be
Correct, they're like
everybody.
assemblies.
Well, sometimes they're in a special room and they're not included in those programs. So I just wanted to just make sure that the special needs were
So
included.
the answer is yes, and we can look into just to confirm. And please know that when we do have out-of-district field trips, they're also included, and we oftentimes have to make accommodations to make sure that the nurse or whomever else needs to accompany a particular child is a part of that.
Great. And the other thing is phobias too. So sometimes with the special needs, or people that just have some extreme phobias, that we just make sure we identify those.
Actually, that brings me up a question for myself. Are we including the preschool and TK in these assemblies with the reptiles and stuff as well?
That I would need to look at.
Perfect.
Okay. So we're going to do the roll call vote. Stephen?
Aye.
Ms. Dominguez?
Aye.
Mr. Montez?
Aye.
Okay, Mr. Martinez absent. Ms. O'Kelly?
Aye.
President Lewis, aye.
Okay, with that said, we'll move on to discussion action items. Item F1, authorization for the purchase and/or lease of relocatable buildings from American Modular Systems utilizing a public contract awarded through Reef Sunset Unified School District.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second, Lewis.
Authorize the purchase and/or lease of relocatable buildings from American Modular Systems utilizing a public contract awarded through Reef Sunset Unified School District at a cost not to exceed $1,217,180 and to be paid from the Special Reserve for Capital Outlay Fund 40.
Vote by Student Board Member Stephen Guyton.
Aye.
Ms. Dominguez.
Aye.
Board Member Montez.
Aye.
Mr. Martinez absent. Ms. O'Kelly.
Aye.
Ms. Lewis, aye.
I
Item
don't
F-
know if student board members are supposed
Yes.
to vote.
Yeah.
Yes.
They are?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Item F2, award bid number 2223011 for door and hardware replacement to Dan Lehman Construction Incorporated.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay.
Waive the failure by Lehman to have its signature on the bid bond notarized because it is a minor irregularity. Deny the bid protest submitted by McCarran in its entirety and award bid number 2223011 for door and hardware replacement for Dan Lehman Construction Incorporated at a cost not to exceed $60303 and to be paid from the general fund.
Is there any question or discussion?
Mm-mm.
I have one. Is this an upgrade? Are any of these automatic doors, or this is just the regular? Did we upgrade the hardware?
Right, this is the actual door itself. The most prevalent change is a change from like a turnkey handle to a push bar.
Okay, because we were mentioning with security of a way to secure the lock. So is that feature or that's a separate feature?
Right, so the push bar is actually a more secure type of hardware than what they have currently.
Thank you.
And that, President Lewis, if I'm correct in what you're talking about, that's a completely different feature that Chief Leary is looking into.
Right, but I didn't know when we were upgrading hardware, were we thinking of the safest, secure route? Any other question? Okay, vote by board member. Mr. Gaitan?
Aye.
Mr. Mingus?
Aye.
Mr. Montez?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Ms. O'Kelly?
Aye.
And Ms. Lewis, aye.
Item F3, purchase of student devices with Converge One Incorporated.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Approve the purchase of replacement devices for students using California participating addendums number 7/15/70/34/003 and 7/17/70/40/05 at a cost not to exceed $8,736,127.63 and to be paid from the general fund.
Any questions or discussion?
I have discussion.
Mr. Mingus?
So these are laptops that kids are going to be able to take home to do homework, to do programs for like iReady testing and all that stuff.
It's replacing the ones that they have now. We're just upgrading.
Okay. And then all teachers are going to be trained to know that they are able to take them home, correct?
It's district policy,
Okay.
yes.
All right, perfect.
Okay. Vote by student board member Stephen Gaitan.
Aye.
Mr. Mingus?
Aye.
Mr. Montez?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Very positive aye.
Aye.
And aye.
Item F4, agreement with the University of California, Riverside for the bilingual authorization program. Do we have a move?
Move to approve.
Second.
Approve a renewal agreement with the University of California at Riverside University Extension Professional Studies for the 2023-2024 academic year to provide 10 through 25 teachers with the bilingual authorization program effective May 11, 2023 through June 30th, 2024 at a cost not to exceed $54,250 and to be paid from the general fund.
Is there any questions or discussion?
I have a question.
Mr. Mingus, you have the floor.
Is this like one of those programs for like the USC that where they sign a contract and they have to work with the district after they receive it, or the B class? So
We have staff here to respond.
Good evening. I heard your question, but I only heard half of it because I was walking.
Okay, I'll repeat it. Don't worry.
You can go ahead and state your name.
Yes.
Alberto Gutierrez, Coordinator of Multilingual Programs.
So the question is, I know, is this program similar to our USC program where they sign a 2-year contract to receive their B class?
No, what this program is, it makes our teachers eligible and gives them the authorization to teach in our DLI program.
Okay.
So it's those teachers that are interested in it and then are just missing that authorization. So we help them along that path.
Now, are they required to teach in the DLI class once they receive this B class, or do they just receive it and?
No, they just receive the eligibility because at the end of the day, there's interviews that take place and the principals select their teachers.
Okay. Okay.
Any further questions? Okay. Vote by student board member Stephen Gaitan.
Aye.
Mrs. Dominguez?
Aye.
Mr. Montez?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mrs. O'Kelly?
Aye.
And Ms. Lewis? Aye.
Item F5, California Community Schools Partnership Program Planning Grant, Educational Services. Do we have a motion?
So moved. Lewis?
Accept the one-time California Community Schools Partnership Program Planning Grant for Rialto Unified School District in the amount of $200,000. This grant may be utilized over the next 2 years.
Is there any questions or discussion? I see none. Vote by
Student Board Member Stephen Gaitan,
Aye.
Mrs. Dominguez,
Aye.
Mr. Montez,
Aye.
Mr. Martinez,
Aye.
Mrs. O'Kelly,
Aye.
Ms. Lewis, aye.
Item F6, 2022-2023 Facilities Master Plan.
Move to approve?
Second.
Adopt the 2022-2023 Facilities Master Plan presented to the Board of Education on April 19, 2023.
Do we have any questions or discussion?
I just need clarification. Is this the master plan that was presented to us by the two architects?
Yes.
Did we finalize saying that we were gonna have Chief Gutierrez look at it to add some safety features to it, or after his presentation, or?
That was a different
Or was that a
issue.
different-
That was a different plan.
No, okay,
Correct.
and I just needed the clarification.
Any other questions?
Would you like to clarify what the facilities master plan is?
See, yes, so Diana, if you can help me out here, but this is really the master plan for the entire district by school and all of the upgrades that need to be done at each of the schools. The district has to plan financially to see how they're going to carry this out, and it's going to be prioritized by school, and there's very specific needs. The amount of money that it would take to upgrade every school is probably well beyond our budget capacity, even in years to come. But Diane, anything to add?
Right, and it's also a required component, so when the state does pass a bond, we have to show that we have both a financial need and a project need. And so we needed to have this updated, because ours was, I think, like 14 years old, so that once those funds are available, we're ready to apply.
Don't forget about our kitchen.
Any
Yeah,
further
the kitchen.
question? Okay, vote by Student Board Member Stephen Gaitan,
Aye.
Ms. Dominguez,
Aye.
Mr. Montez,
Aye.
Mr. Martinez.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, Ms. Lewis, aye.
Item F7,
So move.
Second.
Right.
2023 Student Board Member Scholarship. So it was
Lewis.
Go like this, go like this.
And the second it was by Ms. Dominguez.
authorize a scholarship check in the amount of $2,000 for Student Board Member Stephen Gaitan and to be paid from the general fund.
Any questions or discussion?
Don't listen
Congratulations.
Yay.
Job
Thank you,
well
Listen to this
done.
Close your eyes.
I have a discussion.
What?
Mr. Montez, have the floor.
So we've been giving our student board members a $2,000 scholarship for at least 13 years. I think COLA sooner or later has to play into an effect here, and maybe we should up the ante a little bit, given
I gotta
inflation.
agree.
So
Well,
we-
that would have to be voted on, and
well,
if
we're voting on it right now.
No, that'll have
Are
to be
you-
an agenda item.
Are
We're
you
just
proposing an
discussion.
amendment?
I am proposing an amendment.
Okay.
No.
My amendment is that we up it to $3,000 scholarship, given the fact that inflation is through the roof right now. And when we're talking about doing more for our people, that includes our students.
Right.
I don't think we can amend
Second.
it, make that motion amendment right now, but we
think
can
it-
put that on the agenda.
Right. I
And
think
so
have
we
to-
can either withdraw this.
No, it's on the agenda.
For
No, I know,
2,000,
but
It's just the
I'm
amount.
saying put the whole subject on the agenda and change
And
the amount of the student board member stipend.
We
Yeah.
can vote on it right now and change it right now.
They
There's a
cannot have
first and a second.
Or whatever
No.
we call
Yeah.
it.
The first and second is for the 2,000. Either we can vote this and pull this for the next and then just
Why can't we
change
amend
it for.
it?
That's not the way it works.
Okay, well, let's
You
look at this
should be able to amend
bylaws.
it,
Yeah.
Yeah, we can amend it.
It's already on the agenda. This is just an amendment.
just like any other
This is just a
amendment.
change order. Well,
Well,
I was
Does
joking.
it sound like something we can do?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's something we
I'm
can
with
do.
you.
So,
As long as I don't wind up in jail.
so we have a
I-
first
I-
and a second.
I think we need to have clarification. I need to have clarification. Am I
Where's
the only
Mr.
one that needs
Keeler?
to have clear?
Is
Is
Mr.
he
Keeler
still on
still
call?
here?
I think we should put a call.
I'll have to have clarification for that. Thank you. I mean, it's not something we don't want to do. I just want to make sure you have like board members who didn't vote on anything and didn't get knowledge, so I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
But while we're waiting for that 911 call, can we move to F8?
We could take a recess.
Put this on
Yes.
hold?
Come back to it.
Well, people, yeah, and come back to it. Yeah.
Okay, item F8, agreement with Newhouse Education Center. Do we have a motion?
So move.
Second.
Approve a renewal agreement with Newhouse Education Center to provide professional learning in the area of foundational reading to reading specialists effective July 1, 2023 through June 30th, 2024 at a cost not to exceed $98,810 and to be paid from the general fund.
Is there any discussion? Okay, vote by student board member.
Aye.
Ms. Dominguez.
Aye.
Mr. Montez.
Aye.
Mr. Martinez.
Aye.
Ms. O'Kelly.
Aye.
Ms. Lewis. Okay.
Item F9, agreement with Legends of Learning. Do we have motion?
So moved.
Second.
Approve an agreement with Legends of Learning to provide math fluency program to all elementary schools effective July 1, 2023 through June 30th, 2024 at a cost not to exceed $53,200 and to be paid from the general fund Title I.
Is there any questions or discussion? Vote by student board member Stephen Gaitan.
Aye.
Ms. Dominguez.
Aye.
Mr. Montez.
Aye.
Mr. Martinez.
Aye.
Aye.
Ms. Kelly. Ms. Lewis. Aye. Okay.
Pause or go on?
Mm-hmm.
Go on. Item F10, agreement with Village Life Education.
So move.
Second.
Approve an agreement with Village Life Education to provide professional development in math for middle school teachers effective August 1, 2023 through June 30th, 2024 at a cost not to exceed $75,000 and to be paid from the general fund.
Is there any questions or discussion?
No.
Vote by student board member Stephen Gaitan.
Aye.
Ms. Dominguez.
Aye.
Mr. Montez.
Aye.
Mr. Martinez.
Aye.
Ms.
Aye.
O'Kelly. Ms. Lewis.
Item F11, agreement with Parent Square. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Approve an agreement with Parent Square to provide district onboarding and a one-year contract to utilize the communication platform effective July 1, 2023 through June 30th, 2024 at a cost not to exceed $107,749 and to be paid from the general fund Title I.
Is there any questions or discussion? Parental vote by student board member Stephen Gaitan.
Aye.
Ms. Dominguez.
Aye.
Mr. Montez.
Aye.
Mr. Martinez.
Aye.
Ms.
Aye.
O'Kelly. Aye. Okay, now we're going to go back with the
F7.
updated. Let's go back to that so we can make sure. Okay, Superintendent, Dr.
Yes,
Abdullah.
so I'm going to ask Rhonda to
Okay,
give
Ms.
us
Kramer.
a full report.
Good evening, Board of Education, Superintendent, and viewing audience. I'm Rhonda Kramer, Lead Personnel Agent for the Rialto Unified School District. So on the item regarding the scholarship for our student board member, the board can make a motion to move this item to take action at the next board meeting. And then you can also indicate the amount that you'd like to increase the scholarship to, and then you can take a vote on that. So that's the action that you can take tonight, and then at the next board meeting, the item would be on the agenda with the dollar amount that you've decided to increase that to.
Thank you for the
Sounds fair.
clarification. So it's a pleasure of the board to,
And will we add or consider 1 week's interest?
and
I
we
agree.
can,
Or 2 weeks?
we're gonna move that and we'll we'll put all the fixins with that on our next agenda.
At what rate? At what rate? The interest rate?
So we can take
So we
action
pull-
to, the amendment is to add this to the next agenda at what amount?
We're gonna-
3,000 is what you
At
proposed?
$3,000?
Well, there was-
Is that good? Everybody good with that one?
That, it was
Personally,
two
I think it should be
things.
35.
Yeah.
It was two things.
I'm just saying.
There was two things on the floor. One was 3, and then one was 3 with interest, so.
I was kidding about the interest.
Oh, okay, I just heard it, okay. So that's what we'll move and put that
So
on
I'll
the
make a-
agenda.
I make a motion then that we put this on the next agenda for $3,000 for the next meeting.
So we're gonna vote this
Second.
down. Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Kramer and Superintendent.
But they need to take action on
We
this.
need a call for the vote.
Yeah.
For this.
Yeah.
For the
Okay.
amendment.
So for the min bid, we're going to go with Ms. Dominguez,
Aye.
Mr. Montez,
Aye.
Mr. Martinez,
Aye.
Ms. O'Kelly,
Aye.
Ms. Lewis, aye.
Okay, now we will continue with item F12,
Yes, correct.
Move to approve?
liability claim number 222308 rejection. Second,
Second.
deny liability claim number 222308.
Any discussions?
No, I think we
Okay.
did that in closed
This is the
session.
one that I will abstain from, I believe.
Closed session, correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, vote by student board member.
Aye.
Okay, Ms. Dominguez.
What did we vote in closed session?
We didn't. We were just told to.
Oh, deny, so it would be aye. The
Mr.
rejection, right?
Yeah, Mr. Montez,
Aye.
Mr. Martinez,
Aye.
Ms. O'Kelly,
Aye.
abstain.
Item F13, administrative hearings.
Move to approve?
Second.
Case numbers 222386, 222382, and 222369.
Ms. Dominguez,
Aye.
Mr. Montez,
Aye.
Mr. Martinez,
Aye.
Ms. O'Kelly,
Aye.
Ms. Lewis, aye.
Next item, stipulated expulsions. Do we have a motion?
So moved?
Second?
Any, Ms. Dominguez?
No, just, aye.
Okay, Mr. Montez,
Aye.
Mr. Martinez,
Aye.
Aye.
and Ms. Lewis, aye.
F15, reinstatement of expulsion.
So-
Sorry.
Move to approve?
Second.
Case number 222374.
Ms. Dominguez,
Aye.
Mr. Montez,
Aye.
Mr. Martinez,
Aye.
Ms. O'Kelly,
Aye.
Ms. Lewis, aye.
Adjournment. The next regular meeting of the Board of Education of the Rialto Unified School District will be held on May 24th, 2023 at 7 p.m. at the Dr. John Casalunas Education Center at 182 East Walnut Avenue in Rialto, California. Materials distributed or presented to the Board of Education at the board meeting are available upon request from the superintendent's office.
So move.
Second?
Okay, vote by student board member.
Aye.
Ms. Dominguez,
Aye.
Mr. Montez,
Aye.
Mr. Martinez,
Aye.
Ms. O'Kelly,
Aye.
and Ms. Lewis, aye. And time is 9:42. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Yes,
Ready?
ma'am.
No, I'm just playing.
I know. I bought flowers.
Happy hour's over now.